There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. A lot of YouTubers are either getting pedo accusations, scam accusations, all kinds of shit. The gaming industry is just fucking plummeting. We got Mr. Beast allegations that I am not caught up in. I heard about the whole what's her name? I can't remember her name. I'm very ill informed. So I figured I would take a look at that and see what's going on there. Mr. Beast is, I don't think there's really a need to give a description on him. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Mr. Beast is. Even people that don't even watch YouTube or aren't hip with the cool kids like this boomer here know who he is. And I guess he's been muddying the waters a little bit. All right. So I also heard a lot of Mr. Beast's shit pretty much fake as fuck, which I mean anybody could have told. Couldn't tell. You can tell from a lot of his stuff. I always thought that shit was fake. Let's be real. Maybe that was just me. I don't know. But from what I've been seeing is a lot of his rebuilding, like the stuff, the hospitals and stuff that he rebuilt, most of it was fake.
Faking parts of charity work and allegedly
Yeah, a lot of
some
his
shady
charity.
crypto stuff. So last time on the Mr. Beast saga, we covered the fact that he got sued by contestants on his Beast Games Amazon show, and we covered the whole Lunchly disaster with KSI and Logan Paul, and we even made a full recap of everything so far. But this time we
Anybody heard KSI's new song? Well, I'm gonna get clowned on for this, but I didn't think it was as bad as people were making it out to be. It's pretty fucking bad, but I think it's just getting blown out of the fucking water now. Little blown out of proportion, but maybe that's just me. I honestly don't really know a whole lot about KSI either. I probably should look into him tonight too. We'll see.
have new massive allegations by Rosanna and Dogpack, who allege that Mr. Beast may be faking the extent of his charity work, as well as may be involved in some shady crypto stuff.
What is that? So this dude's faking crypto shit? Bro's not really a charity. He said, I'm taking most of it. I wonder what's going on with that.
Potentially market manipulation and much more.
Because as far as I knew, that was like a lot like Mr. Beast's thing was charity. This dude was all about charity, wasn't he? I guess I don't know a whole lot about Mr. Beast
would
either.
fit right in line with his two best buddies, Logan and KSI. So Rosanna Pansino posted a video about a week ago. Mr. Beast is a criminal leaked video. So let's start with the part about
Maybe
philanthropy where
we'll check that one out. Mr. Beast is a criminal? I didn't know. Other than the weird sex ring that's going on in his business. That's just 2 weeks ago, huh? He got exposed.
When we vote, we send a message that we will be heard.
We send a message that we will be heard.
We send a message that we will be heard.
Man,
And with so much at stake,
Our fundamental right to vote
is on the line.
We can't afford to miss this chance.
Vote by November 5th.
I don't think I've ever met a more genuine person than Bernie Moreno.
Bernie
Look, I
Moreno
don't watch
genuinely
YouTube
cares
enough
about
to
other
get the
people.
fucking
When
YouTube
I was
premium.
diagnosed with
Holy, that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done.
They digitally removed the entire hospital.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome to the new kitchen. In a couple of posts I mentioned online, I let people know that moving forward on this channel, I'm gonna continue to bake. I love baking.
What is this? Over the last few weeks, I've spoken with over 200 Beast Games contestants, more than 50 current and former Mr. Beast employees as well as
and I think I'm going to be doing it for the rest of my life,
Hurting
but
her
things
ass.
have changed. So now I'm going to be baking and serving tea, and today it's piping. So I have in my possession a
shit, bro.
video that a former Mr. Beast employee sent me of Jimmy
I'm
allegedly
sick, bros.
illegally
I'm sick.
gambling
Like, legit,
online.
dude.
I've also
Sick.
received evidence that Mr. Beast has faked one of his philanthropy videos. So someone sent me also what appears to be Mr. Beast's personal Reddit account. I'm gonna read it here. At the time, Jimmy was 19, and the legal age to
So that is real
gamble
name.
in North
See, I didn't
Carolina
know
is
that.
21. So this is 7 years ago. Okay, so
Fucking
it says,
Jimmy,
guys,
what are you
don't
doing?
gamble. The pain isn't worth it. I've lost tens
Jimmy,
of thousands of dollars
You
gambling
were set up to
cryptos,
be
and I
the
regret
best
it.
YouTuber
On this
ever.
site alone,
Yes,
I have
best
lost
YouTuber ever.
$15,000.
Now
This
look
is the
at you.
link to my profile. Oh, what's that? What's that link? Bustabit.com. All right, then response. Wow, that is crazy. Insane losses. Sorry, my dude. I gambled 10 Ethereum on a coin flip and lost, and I haven't gambled
What?
since. I've decided I'm not going to spend the rest of my life sad about
So Mr. Beast is gambling? He's out here spending the fucking he's spending the charity money on his gambling problem, bro. Why?
my losses. I'm just going to let it go and never
those African
gamble
kids are
again.
good,
Been 2.5 months since I
starving
last
now.
gambled, and I don't ever plan on doing it again. Started as little money just for fun and very fast spiraled out of control. I'd recommend
Is
that
that
you
real?
never
Like,
touch
that's the real Mr. Beast? That's Jim? Or Jimbo? Jimmy? That's his real name? Jimmy? Can't keep calling him Mr. Beast just for the sake of I'm losing my voice. So, Jimmy got a little too much of that charity work. Decided he needed to gamble for all the kiddos.
a gambling site again. I don't know how, but you eventually become numb and more risk tolerant. And then it's GG.
Slow,
This
bro.
shows that he knows how dangerous and addictive gambling is. Here's a YouTube clip from Logan Paul's podcast when Jimmy was 20 years old.
Gambling.
I used to gamble a lot.
Really?
Fun times, yeah.
You're not even 20. Yeah, you're not even.
Don't ask that question, but
But you're 20.
don't ask that question.
Because it's illegal to gamble in North Carolina unless you're 21. I cannot believe that they left this in
He's pulling a Yuji Itadori. Yuji did that. Jujutsu Kaisen. Look it up. He was gambling. Underage.
in the video. So he says he's never going to gamble again. So let's check in and see how that's going.
Yesterday, I realized I'm
Oh my
18 years
God.
old.
That's Jim. They don't even look like the same guy. That's a young Jimbo. He looks so fucking young, dude. How long ago was this? That's before the peach fuzz kicked in. That's before he got his chest haired.
Which means I can buy scratch-off tickets. Let's just scratch them off, and hopefully I don't get addicted. Sorry, Mom. I spent $30,000 on lottery tickets. I spent $50,000 on scratch-off tickets.
Here's $100,000 worth of scratch-off tickets.
I spent $1 million on scratch-off tickets. No joke, I bought...
Bro. Please tell me he at least made all that money back. Dog, you're going to spend $1 million on scratch-off tickets and probably lose about 90% of that? Shameful. Disgraceful. As the old Mr. Trump would say, disgraceful.
so many that they literally had to deliver them in a dump truck.
Well, obviously, he's gambling again, and I really take issue with this because his videos are targeted at
Gambling with that charity money, well, it seems.
children.
Here's how it works. You take a ticket, you scan it, and boom, this $50 ticket won $200. So far, we're up $150 with one ticket.
In this video, he is literally walking you through the steps of how to gamble.
Mr. Beast is teaching us gambling?
The easiest, making it very accessible and easy for kids to do. One, why
when you write, your tone influences.
Thanks for the follow, baby. Do you rap? I have to know now. Thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I didn't see it right away. I'm in the sweet hot tea right now.
is how readers
we're following, we're getting hip to the whole Mr. Beast situation going on. I'm a boomer, so I'm really out of touch, I guess.
respond. With Grammarly, just highlight your text and type how you want to.
Why is he teaching children how to gamble? And two, the way he's worded it makes it sound like it's a sponsorship question mark. I'm someone who's done a lot of sponsorships and integrations over the years, and I partner with brands that I genuinely love. My little spidey senses are going off here. It feels a little weird. Moving right along on another video, he's doing a podcast with one of his boys, Logan.
That Mr. Beast did all that fucking gambling. That's crazy. $1 million on scratch-offs. Like that's literally getting a roll of toilet paper, but that roll of toilet paper is like $100 bills, and just using the whole roll to wipe your ass and just throwing the rest of the roll in the toilet. It's crazy.
Paul,
you're not a degenerate like myself.
When it comes to gambling,
no, he's a degenerate.
Yes, but
which, by the way, that surprised me.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. Like,
but he's just like a rich degenerate, you know.
You're very smart with your money.
The guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
It's clear to me that Jimmy has a gambling problem, and now he's teaching it to children. When Jimmy says, who would have thought that a guy who spends $1 million on a YouTube video is a gambler? There are plenty of people who produce shows worth millions of dollars an episode who aren't gamblers. I myself have actually executive produced an HBO show where the budget for each episode, so each video, was $2 million, and I'm not a gambler. I don't think that that is an obvious connection. It's pretty well known amongst his friend group, the boys, that he has a gambling problem, and this is probably the only thing that I agree with.
When was he on? Okay, so I'm severely lacking in internet knowledge, I suppose. When the fuck was he on a poker game? But not just any poker game. Oh, what is this? I can't remember what it's called. This is the one. That's like MLG poker right there. That's Major League Poker, I do believe.
With Keemstar on?
I loaned Bitcoin to Mr. Beast, who had a gambling problem at the time.
In my opinion, it is clear as day that Jimmy has a gambling problem. I am sympathetic to gambling addictions. I actually know someone in my personal life who suffers from this. But
everybody knew about this gambling addiction except for me. Why?
Not just hurting himself. He is exposing children to gambling. And I've also heard it's even escalating more. I've heard from Beast Game contestants that it feels like he's
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. So his whole entire fan base is mostly children. That's crazy that you are a billionaire off of the backbone of, you know, like kids and stuff. You do like children content for the most part. I don't know. I guess I'm out of the loop with Mr. Beast, but you know, you do mostly positive shit is like your content for children and have a gambling addiction at the same time. Bro spent $1 million on scratch offs for these kids to pitch in on charity. Little did these kids know, the money that they're pitching in on charity is probably going to his gambling addiction.
Gambling with their lives. And based on the amount of injuries they've told me in private, I could see why they think that. Again, I am sympathetic to gambling addiction, but it becomes a bigger problem because I have heard from multiple people close to Jimmy that he pressures his friends and his employees to gamble. This video is of Jimmy and some friends hanging out, and it appears that they are gambling on Bustabit, which is a website that is illegal.
He's peer pressuring. Hey, bro, no, you in my circle, you got to gamble too. I'm not the only one spending $1 million on scratch offs. Bro, you helping. You doing it with me, bro. We going in debt together. If you my homie, you're going to be in debt with me. No, well, never mind. He's fucking rich.
In the United States.
I forgot, bro.
Holy shit, that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. The crazy thing is that people are here.
I mean, in all honesty, they're all billionaires. They're all rich as fuck. You know, they can do whatever they want and just wipe their ass with $1 million. I guess, like, the fact that, in a way, he's, like, what do you call it, advocating for gambling when your fan base is children, I guess that's not really cool.
Oh shit, that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. What you can see in the reflection of these large windows at night is the Bust-A-Bit website. This video is only a couple years old, so it shows that he is continuing to do this behavior, and not only gambling, but illegal gambling. Also, I'm watching the video and I'm looking around to see if I recognize any of the faces. What do you know?
They're about to start shooting dice, bro. They're about to hit the hood real hard and just fucking $1 million down the toilet. Fuck them. Those kids.
I spot Mark Rober. It appears that when he notices someone picks up a camera and starts filming,
I don't know who that is. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm a boomer, I guess. I'm sorry.
Steps out of frame. He's noticing someone's filming and trying to step out of frame. So why are we doing that, Mark? Do you not want to publicly be associated with illegal online gambling? Also, I just realized while editing this,
he's not gonna do the illegal dice shooting. He was caught in broad daylight, dude. They fucking got him. They got him. This chick with her breasts out. They got him. She got a whole ass titty out here. Why's she doing all that? Put some clothes on.
This video that they shot was shot in Utah. They were gambling on Bust-A-Bit in Utah, which has even stricter gambling laws.
What is Bust-A-Bit?
So it seems that he's been doing Bust-A-Bit in at least 2 different states.
What bits are we busting here? Where is it? What is this website? Who came up with the titling for that? Are they busting bitches or are they Bitcoining? I don't understand.
I also want to remind everyone that Bust-A-Bit is illegal for anyone in the United States. Citizens of the United States are prohibited from using Bust-A-Bit according to their terms of service and on.
Why though? What is Bust-A-Bit? While you cannot currently play online casino games for real money in North Carolina, you can play at social and sweepstakes casinos. So what? That's like a regional thing? You can't do online gambling for real money in North Carolina? Well, I don't know about that. I see ads all the time about like gambling games and shit and winning real money on my phone all the time. Maybe it's because I live in Ohio and we got drive-throughs and crackheads, but I don't know about that one.
Online gambling.
I'm severely misinformed.
Is illegal in North Carolina. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't say illegal sweepstakes on his live streams, but I'm just gonna say extremely questionable.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000?
We do.
Yeah. So what? All right. So the newest order in 30 seconds, we are going to put $1,000 in your package.
Oh, wait a minute. Why do I remember this? This specifically right here. This was going around for a while with Mr. Beast. He was doing these online. I can't remember. Was he just giving out money? Something like that. Or that's at least what it seemed like. I'm not really too sure, but I remember seeing this specific video.
Stephen K.
Okay.
With all of that, I am inclined to believe all of the stories that I've been hearing about him pressuring his own employees to gamble. And this wasn't just a one-off thing. According to former Mr. Beast employees, Mr. Beast gambled.
See, you know what? It's one thing that you might be faking your charity. It's one thing that you might be faking your videos. You know what? It's another thing that you're faking your renovations. But how fucking dare you? How dare you peer pressure? Look at them. None of them want to be here for this. They don't want to gamble. They probably don't have the money for gambling because Mr. Jimmy's not sharing. Look at him. He looks kind of greedy. A little bit. I don't know. I thought he wasn't greedy. But turns out that's a fucking lie. Turns out that's a fucking lie.
We're going to put $1,000 in your package.
Look at them. They look so fucking sad to be there, especially this guy right here, right in this business, this dude. He doesn't want to be there. This was in Ohio? That makes fucking sense. I'm from here, so.
Okay. With all of that, I am inclined to believe all of the stories that I've been hearing about him pressuring his own employees to gamble. And this wasn't just a one-off thing. According to former Mr. Beast employees, Mr. Beast gambles on Bust-A-Bit a lot. Apparently, he was top of the leaderboard in 2021 on not one, but at least two.
He was ranked #1 on Bustin' Bits, bro. Goodness, he hit the leaderboard hard. The strongest out of the Espada. Espada #1 on Bustin' Bits. Crazy. How much money is that? Is that $1 million or just like 1 million bits? I don't know how cryptocurrency works. Never did it, never will.
Separate accounts. Mr. Beast employees told me these are his 2 accounts. Gaines City Boys and...
Fucking 2. 2 accounts? 2 separate accounts on this shit, bro? Why?
When they can't win, they change the rules. Democrats are spending millions to rig elections and rewrite the Constitution with Issue 1, creating an unelected...
My Life Savings YOLO. Again, this is YouTube's #1 creator. Between these 2 accounts, Mr. Beast allegedly wagered over 4,000 Bitcoin in 2021. Depending on the price of Bitcoin, that's between $120 and $280 million wagered in 1 year. To be totally honest with you guys, I'm not the best with crypto stuff, but if somebody who's really smart wants to dive into this, please do, and please let me know what it all means. I did take a personal finance class and I minored in business in college, but we did not go over crypto gambling. I don't think that was a thing when I was in college, so I am not as familiar. I also don't participate, so I have no idea. And illegal gambling isn't the only shady thing Mr. Beast has done with crypto. Here he is with Logan Paul admitting to partake.
Especially for you.
Agreed. I mean, you've been doing pretty well as well.
Yeah. Well, I like the space. I remember you called me maybe like 8 months ago, and you're like, yeah. You go, yeah, just put $1.5 million.
He's trying to peer pressure Logan Paul, dude.
Yeah. I'll show you my portfolio after this, but I also, so me and Logan both bought punks. You guys have probably seen on his Twitter.
I'm fucking sweating now. This guy, dude, these allegations got me sweatier than a motherfucker. Bro, you got Mr. Beast out here fucking gambling in Ohio. That's sad, bro. You was supposed to be the one, Mr. Beast. Out of all these YouTubers, all these content creators, you was supposed to be the one. The kiddos looked up to you, brother.
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook where all of us were like, okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
Judging. I'm texting Logan. I'm like, Gary lost his mind.
Bro, all of us are like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We gotta keep the story going. So there's like all these like very successful people in this call, and Gary's just like, everyone shut the fuck up. Here's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna do it right now. You're all gonna buy a bunch of business. And we're all just like, he's like, who here owns one? And like one guy raised his hand, and it's because Gary bullied him.
And it was Mr. Beast. That's a fib. That's a fib. Nope. That's a fib. There wasn't one guy. There wasn't one guy.
And we're all just like, are you sure?
I'm just gonna pause there. Gary bullied him into buying it the day before. Okay, I don't even know who Gary V is, but now he's on my research list. Hold on.
Yeah, now who's this Gary guy? We need to figure that out.
On here, let me write his name down. When Jimmy's talking about the phone call with the billionaires, it sounds like the billionaires are coordinating together to buy an asset. And then when they buy that asset and promote it to their fans, it becomes more valuable, and then they sell. Classic pump and dump. It's gross and it's shady. Also, when Gary Vee says this will be the best decision.
Oh my goodness, they're pumping and dumping in Bitcoin and Bust-A-Bit, dude. It makes sense now. Not only are they busting in bits, they're pumping and dumping in bits. Oh, goodness.
Of your life. I'm just asking questions, but does that sound like he has insider information to anyone else? Does it sound like that?
I was just so pulled by his like conviction.
Yeah.
That I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
You have to say,
please.
bro, you have to.
I bought multiple
Bro.
ones. Yeah.
Well,
It's a fuck ton. It's a fuck ton. If you don't want to say, it's a lot. A lot. Just saying.
bro,
This dude is willing to admit spending $1 million on scratch off tickets. But he's not going to say how much he spent right there. That says a lot.
you in double digits, punks.
Just shy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool.
So
He's imagine you just said 60.
No.
3 zombies.
I bought like 8 of them, and they did pretty good.
And any zingers? Any like real special
yeah,
ones?
I had some
Pretty
that
fucking
like
zingers,
20,
bro.
30X.
What's a
We bought a lot with like.
What's Logan Paul been doing these days? We might have to catch up on him too. Last I seen, he was laughing at some dead guy in a forest, right? Are we still ignoring that, or what? Or like, what's going on there? Is Logan Paul still like some hero or something? Did we forget about that? Or are we just letting it go? I don't know. I'm out of the loop.
Cigarettes, because I thought
Cool.
that was an interesting attribute, and those did pretty well.
What's another characteristic? Like, what's your rarest characteristic, punk?
So then I rolled the money into VFriends because
7 times.
Oh, we got an ad.
Career politicians have
All
so
right.
blatantly gerrymandered our voting district maps that
Man, I'm sick as
VFriends. I was
fuck.
like, I don't fucking know, but last time I made money, sure.
So now Jimmy knows what the system is, and I don't know for sure, but this does sound like market manipulation and insider
Market manipulation.
Can I ask you guys a question? When Gary does that call with all
So what? Like, Mr. Beast got his group of buddies to get into this crypto system, and they all like fluctuated it to their liking or something. Is that what I'm getting?
all these billionaires and
Let's take that back a notch. I gotta really dissect the conversation here.
I'm just asking questions, but does that sound like he has insider information to anyone else? Does it sound like that?
I was just so pulled by his like conviction.
Yeah.
That I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to.
So then what? He got hit up by some big wig at this what is it? Bust a nut and bit. Bust a big old fatty in a bit, and they cheated the system.
Say, but
You have to say,
please.
bro, you have to.
I bought multiple ones. Yeah.
Well, bro, are you in double digits, punks?
Just shy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool.
So
He's imagine you just said 60.
No.
3 zombies.
I bought like 8 of them, and they did pretty good.
And any zingers? Any like real special
yeah,
ones?
I had some that like whatever 20, 30X.
What's a?
We bought a lot with like the cigarettes because I thought
Cool.
that was an interesting attribute, and those did pretty well.
What's another characteristic? Like, what's your rarest characteristic, punk?
So then I rolled the money into VFriends because Gary, same thing, called me. He's like, VFriends. I was like, I don't fucking know, but last time I made money, sure.
So now.
Okay, so this dude, this Gary, pretty much fronted him the information to what was going to be pulling in good of the sorts. I don't know how crypto or NFTs and shit works. I'm not like big into that bullshit. You know, it works for people. I'm a broke bitch. I can't do that. I have kids and a wife, and the adult life do attend to. So
Now Jimmy knows what the system is, and I don't know for sure, but this does sound like market manipulation. And
yeah. Okay. So Gary, that's like the 2 most daddest fucking names ever. Old Gary and Jimbo. Old Gary and Jimbo rolling up on the fucking NFTs, brother. That's crazy.
Insider information.
Can I ask you guys a question? When Gary does that call with all these billionaires, and 8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was...
Okay, so it's a circle of these guys. It's a circle of these rich folk. Imagine that. The richer stay richer.
Right again.
That's crazy.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all these
I think about
billionaire
that a
market
lot.
makers in the thing.
think about
He
that a
makes
lot.
the call, makes the market. By the way, you look around at all the punk owners a year later, and you're like, damn, it's all the same motherfuckers that were on the call.
No, because bro, there's
Yeah,
10,000
dude.
punks, and there's only like 30 of us.
Dude, in a way, they kind of like they just put them on fucking blast on this podcast. You know, anybody that's like would have listened to that and paid attention, would have knew, like, okay, that kind of sounds a little fishy, right? Am I right or not?
Us in the call, we can only own and do so much. There's still an entire market that's gonna happen regardless.
I can tell you, I don't think why, because that was all back like early February. Like things didn't pop off till later.
I can't believe they left this in the podcast. But what?
Okay, yeah. So you was about to say it too. Like, they kind of just fucking put a dick right in the hole right there in front of everybody to see. That's crazy.
What I'm watching is that Mike, the co-host, is like piecing together real time that this is market manipulation, and he's saying it. Logan and Jimmy are like,
oh, that's crazy.
Oh, no. It's just, there's just the billionaires. There's so many other factors. It's not all the billionaires and all the people, and the market's going to do what it does. And that's, guys, I'm not a lawyer, but tell me that is not market manipulation.
We hear it
like,
too.
this is his co-host. And he's like, wait a minute, isn't that like not right? And they're like, oh, no, man. No, it's cool. I need a minute. Okay, and we're back. All right, let's finish this video.
I mean, she's kind of being a little dramatic about it, though. Like, okay, yeah, so they're shitty. Oh, well, all right.
NFTs in general, or any other projects that you're excited about?
I mean, I'm mostly a Bitcoin holder, but just it's fun. I literally just like once a month.
No, he ain't just a Bitcoin holder. He's busting these bits down, brother. Oh, gang banging on these bits with his homies, with his circle of billionaires, just nut-shotting on all these bits. What do you mean, brother?
I'm like, Gary, what NFT should I buy? And then I just buy what he tells me.
So Gary called me, and I'm a collector at heart, which is like why I like the space.
Oh, yeah.
I like just like
the Pokemon guy's a collector.
Exactly.
Who saw that coming?
Exactly, dude. And Gary called.
Logan Paul ain't no Pokemon guy. All right, he went into a real game of Pokemon, he'd get schooled real fast. Let's be real. He ain't out here getting these gym badges like we are. All right.
I mean, we have these talks, like we talk probably every other day at least.
Yeah.
And he called me like a month ago. He's like, Logan, I promise you, like, I know you, you're a smart kid. If you play this right, like I know you can, like you do with Pokemon, the NFT industry, you can make $250 million. And I go,
how do you not perk up?
How is this? But he's never wrong, right? So that's where I started.
So now I'm wondering if old Logie Paul was kind of into it too. Was he in the circle? Was he circle jerking on these bits?
Yeah.
And then, bro, the other day, I got the idea.
Yeah.
And I want to run it by you.
I'm curious
off
now.
the podcast. But I'm pretty sure I had the most revolutionary, monumental piece of IP in my head, and I've been I can't sleep for the past 2 days.
So like for making your own version.
Oh, his fucking dude, Logan Paul's fucking crypto zoo. Why did nobody got into that a whole lot except for gosh, that one dude that like exploits all kinds of people. Like that got talked about for like a week and then everybody forgot about it. Like where's everybody's money, Logan? Where's everybody? I'm bringing it back up. Let's get back into it. Fuck, maybe we'll watch that
just
tonight.
A really, really special NFT project.
Bro, drop everything you're doing. I just got a new idea. It's gonna be huge. It's called Crypto Zoo. It's gonna be a zoo, and there's cryptos, and it's gonna be... No, it's not a pump and dump. Why does everybody keep saying that? So it appears I'm not the only one thinking that this sounds sus. Here's some top comments on the video we just watched. Admitting to market manipulation on YouTube, LMAO. I'm just gonna remind you, this is YouTube's #1 creator. Gary running the greatest insider pump and dump group, LOL. How is everyone such a big fan of him? If this were equities, they'd all be jailed for market manipulation.
I am officially locked in prison with Nolan. How's it going? Not good.
I like how casually MrBeast is discussing doing a rug pull. How is this man
no
not in
shit.
prison?
They brought this shit out front and center on this show, and nobody, at least to my knowledge, nobody big talked about this until now.
Dead is a top YouTuber. These comments just go on, so I encourage you to go click on them, look at them. This is wild. So Jimmy's downplaying the whole thing, saying like, oh, we didn't promote him or anything. Well, here's a tweet of him promoting it. At Gary V, I'm loaded up on some...
It's just not fair. Democrats are once again playing
We were just getting to the good
how
part.
We pick our leaders. Issue 1 is another Democrats...
V friends.
I don't know
Can't wait to
my
see
React
what you
content
do.
does well. I might have to get
Happy face.
YouTube Premium.
This just reminded me of some information that I heard from a very credible source close to Jimmy. I'll read you the message that they sent me.
Oh
I was
shit,
once
she's got
in a small
insider
gathering with
info,
James
people.
Warren. James Warren is Mr. Beast's former CEO. Also, his cousin was the CEO of Mr. Beast for many years. And he dropped a truth bomb that stuck with me. Quote, the shit we've done in the crypto market, if we done in the stock market, the SEC would be after us. So even this is admitting that they know what they're doing is shady, in my opinion. So Dogpack sent me some crypto stuff, and I am not very good with that stuff, so I'm gonna call him. Hey Dogpack, I was wondering if you could come on over and help me explain.
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Long time no
Hey. He's so tall, you guys. He's really tall.
Ooh.
Wow. That's good tea.
I feel like I should get some
Okay,
tea.
so Dogpack, can you tell me what are we looking at? What's going on here?
Yeah, so basically,
I'm sipping
Jimmy
too,
gave a lot
sister.
of details about his crypto
sipping too.
transaction history in that podcast. And using the details that he gave, I was actually able to find one of his specific crypto accounts. He goes by the name Wu-Tang Clan. Just some notable things about this account. It was worth over $10 million in April of 2021.
Wu-Tanging in them bits.
Oh, okay, so this is time at the bottom, and then this is money here. Oh my goodness, look at that one. That's a high spike. Wait, how much is that
That's
again?
a lot of money for a guy who gives away all his money.
How much is that?
That's over 10 million. He had invested in this company called Refinable. He had invested, and it seems like he allowed this company to use his likeness. He followed them on Twitter. He didn't tweet anything about it.
This is
as far
crazy,
as I
dude.
can tell, he might have deleted the tweets, but they certainly were tweeting about him.
How did nobody? My question is, how did no other big YouTuber or anything? Because as far as I know, nobody said a fucking lick about this. Nobody said anything about this. Nobody caught on. And all this shit that they're looking at is like from 2 years ago, right?
Paid sponsorship of some kind.
Well, that's him on the banner, isn't it? On the.
Yeah, that's definitely him.
That's his
So
likeness as a cartoon version of him.
He was certainly letting them use his brand to promote this cryptocurrency.
And I'll check, but I'll see if he tweeted anything like, hey, don't use my image on there. But if he's tweeting that he's using it.
Yeah, and if he's following them on Twitter, he knows they're using. But I mean, you can't say definitively that he was paid, but I do have his crypto account, and it did receive $560,000
Nah, he knew.
in
He knew. What?
refinable token. But I mean, anything could have happened. I mean, he could have got that randomly from anyone. Could have been a mistake, a clerical error of sorts.
A clerical error, a misclick,
Yeah.
and just the money.
No. No. That's no. So, what I want to know is how do you get into this circle? Because I need the moolah. How the fuck do you just hop into? How do you get to know these people that are just like, oh yeah, by the way, we got this cryptocurrency, you know, it's we're just gonna, you know, send you some money. So that's basically what it is.
Just poof, just showed up there.
But this cryptocurrency account that is allegedly his, it sold all of its refinable a month and a half after they started tweeting about Mr. Beast having invested in refinable.
Oh, got it. So they tweet
Oh
about
my lord.
They tweet about, and then the price went up, and then he sold.
Right.
And now, currently today, refinable is down 99.
Oh, this shit was like 3
which is
years
worse
ago.
than Logan Paul's CryptoZoo token. This was early Mr. Beast 2021. He was only like, what, 23 years old? He might have not known what he was getting into. A couple months later, he
I'm
did
calmed
invest
down
in
now,
another
so I
project
can
called XCAD.
put my
with KSI.
sweatshirt back on.
XCAD. Now, what's XCAD? Is that an NFT, a crypto,
It's another
online
crypto token.
We're gonna miss some
It's
more.
basically like, if you don't understand cryptocurrencies,
Right.
you're certainly not alone.
Me.
It's basically just like stocks, but unregulated.
Unregulated stocks.
Pretty much. He clearly allowed XCAD to use his likeness to promote their cryptocurrency, and then I checked this crypto
So does anybody remember?
More parking.
account, and once again,
Does anybody remember when there were multiple fucking ads going around. Mr. Beast, click on this and win $1,000. You know, Mr. Beast is giving out lump sum this money, this. It always seemed like Mr. Beast was just handing out money, right? And you'd see these ads everywhere. I'd see them on fucking goddamn just everything, like Snapchat, TikTok, and then all of a sudden they just stop showing up everywhere. Is that the Mandela or the Monroe effect? I don't know what the fuck it's called. Butterfly effect, Monroe effect, whatever the fuck. But does anybody else remember that? Am I the only one thinking about that? I don't have to ask my wife.
2 months after receiving $277,000.
I don't have friends, so she's the first person I go to.
I'm not saying it's a pump and dump, but he
No,
allowed them
it's not a pump and dump. It's busting in a bit.
use his likeness, pumping the currency, and then
Pumping those bits.
Yeah, so it seems like he's had
Groupie nutting, no nut November in the bits.
millions of dollars to throw around in the crypto space, which is kind of strange considering that he claims to give all his money away and reinvest it into the videos.
Nah, it's a motherfucking lie. Nope, I don't trust him now. We all know he's dirty.
Yeah, we're not gambling degenerates like some people.
Wait, so are you one of the rich people they want to eat? Or are you in the
I'm
same
not that
boat?
rich. Not yet. You are way more rich than me.
I'm not that rich. I only got like a couple billion. Like, not that rich, bro. Clearly not as rich as you, who's finessing money out of crypto and charity. Not that rich. Oh.
But I give my money away. I'm poor.
So he gives all of his money away.
I give my money away.
Well,
No,
that was a
no.
lot. Thank you so much for
course.
helping me understand what this is.
Bro had everybody thinking. I'm this charity worker that has millions of dollars. No.
I have something even crazier than this if you want to see it.
I'm disappointed,
Should I go get
Mr.
it?
Beast.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay, well, while we wait for Dog Pack, there's one thing that I want to talk about. In this clip, he says, I give
A reminder, it is all just allegations.
all my money away. I'm poor. I don't know anybody who's poor who has tens of millions of dollars to throw around
I'm
in
poor.
crypto. Not one person. In the Time magazine article,
But I ain't
he was
got tens of
interviewed
millions of
called In the
dollars
Belly of
to
the
just
Beast,
wipe my
Jimmy
asshole
says
with.
that he brings in about $700 million in revenue a year. And Jimmy Donaldson defends his philanthropic work against charges of poverty profiteering by pointing out that it is funded by his main channel, which sends the charity $100,000 a month. Let's do a little bit of basic math. So annual
Sounds
revenue,
fishy.
700 million, and you're donating 100K to your charity every month.
What?
Percentage is that? What percentage of all of your revenue is donated to your charity? Out of all of the money that he makes, he donates about 0.2%.
Bro, that is stinky. That is stinky to the lowest of regard. So you're telling me this guy pockets 700 million fucking dollars? What was that, a month?
Called In the Belly of the Beast. Jimmy says that he brings
Let's really
in
just like
about
this.
700
He brings in 600 million to 700 million a year. A year. 600 million. 700 million a year. Bro. Now, this is how much he's donating to charity a month.
$100 million in revenue a year. And Jimmy Donaldson defends his philanthropic work against charges of poverty profiteering by pointing out that it is funded by his main channel, which sends the charity $100,000 a month. Let's do
Okay, 100,000 a month. Let's really dissect this. All right, 700 million. How many fucking zeros is that? Wow, I'm getting dizzy from this. 700 million. That looks like this, right? 700 million. I gotta write it down. 700 fucking million. That's a year. Okay, so we got. He sends 100,000. Let's get the zeros right. A month. All right. So if you do 100,000 times 12, now a year. Okay, well that is like $1 million a year to charity, which is still like honestly like crazy. Who else is doing that? You can't be completely mad at the guy. He's sending $1 million to charity every year. If the numbers are right, if he is actually doing this by the book and sending in what he is saying, he would be sending $1,200,000 a year to charity. But keep in mind, he makes 700 million. This is 700 million. Right here. I hope you guys can see that. I can't really tell. And so minus the charity, he is still pulling in 698 million. That's kind of questionable. This man is pulling 698 million. All right, let's continue now.
Do a little bit of basic math. So annual
Oh, she does.
revenue,
I didn't have to do all that.
700
What the
million,
fuck?
And you're donating 100K to your charity every month. What percentage is that? What percentage of
Oh,
all
well,
of
she
your
gives you the
revenue
percentage.
is
I gave you the
donated
hard
to your
numbers.
charity? Out of all of the money that he makes,
Mhm.
he donates.
I gave the hard
about
numbers,
0.2%.
which that is actually
to
accurate.
charity,
We just
which
did the
I also
math.
want to remind everyone watching that donating that money is also a tax write-off. So when he says that he gives all his money
Oh.
away, that is not true. And when he says he reinvests all the money
Yeah,
in
Mr. Beast, you're not poor. You're not actually giving out your money. I'm calling you right now. Calling you out right now. If these numbers are correct, you're a fraud.
into his videos, that is also not true. So Mr. Charity, Mr. 0.
Yeah, there ain't no fucking way he's spending all this money on his videos either because they're all fake.
2%. Let's see how
I've seen the clips of his over the top bullshit. I've already dived into that. A lot of his videos are fake.
else he's spending his money.
Came here with $100,000 in $5 bills.
Gambling, bro. Unless he's gambling that money away, like.
And no casino in all in Vegas would accept it.
No way.
They all said no one's ever brought $100,000 in $5 bills, and they just thought it was fraudulent. And I was like, I'm a YouTuber. Here's me giving this
I'm a
random guy
YouTuber.
$1 million, and they're like, still, no one
I make
should have this many $5 bills. It's
600
fraudulent. And they-
698 million every
I was
year.
like, well, can you at least hold it back there?
So here he is saying that he went to a casino to gamble $100,000 in one night, the same amount of money that he donates.
Oh, that's shady as fuck. I'm genuinely like angry now. Bro, you make 698 million. And from that clip that you put on Jake Paul's video, his podcast, you said it yourself. You took 100,000 to give away to this casino, which is the same amount you say that you give the charity. not only do you make $698 million, but you also, if the allegations are true, you also gamble the 100,000 that you supposedly give to charity, which potentially could double or lose it all. It's kind of scummy. If the allegations are true.
To his charity in a month. It seems like his gambling budget is much higher than his charity budget, to me, in my opinion. So now we know what he does with his money, gambling. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. Hold on. Oh, that's much better. Let's watch another video to see what Mr. Charity or Mr. 0.2% is doing.
This video is very special to me, and we impacted a lot of lives today. And I really want to continue doing stuff like this, which is why I need you guys to buy merch from shopmrbeast.com.
Literally every dollar we make off this merch goes right back into the videos. I want to open a homeless.
Every dollar he makes off of this merch goes. No, it don't. It go to gambling. It go to gambling, bro. If the allegations are true.
Shelter, plant a lot of trees, just do a lot of good things, but it's very expensive. Basically, I can't make an impact without
Bro is a professional beggar. Bro is a professional fucking squat. He's a professional squatter, dude. Well, squatter and a beggar is like two different things. Whatever.
Help.
What the
We need
fuck?
you to buy merch.
Yeah! Couple things. This video was 5 years ago, and I don't know about you, but I
Okay.
have not heard about a homeless shelter opening up. And he did
Oh.
plant some trees, but he did it through fundraising through #TeamTrees. So
Oh,
that was
what?
generated a ton of income to do that. So where did the money from the merch sales go?
I'm questioning now. I'm questioning hard.
Thank you. I was running low.
I'm
This is what I wanted to
really
show you.
questioning now. Ah, fucking ads. I don't have YouTube Prime. Sorry, boys. We going in raw.
I love it.
I gotta piss so bad. This shit's making me have to piss. I'm just gonna piss my pants.
Yeah.
For the stream.
So yeah, I wanted to go over Mr. Beast's philanthropy because whenever you criticize Mr. Beast, obviously people come back and say, "Oh, my charity," and it's like, you know, not
fake
all
charity.
charities are good, and it's been argued by a lot of people, not just people on Twitter, but actual experts of the ethics of spectacle charity. You know,
Has Moist Critical seen this yet?
1,000 blind people see for the first time, which was criticized not just by Twitter, but also by an actual blind YouTuber, Blind Surfer Pete. Mr. Beast's video on curing blindness might actually do more harm than good to the blind community.
What?
By claiming that he cured blindness, fundraising efforts for an actual cure may very well stall out. What he did was very generous and kind, but it's a far cry from what he claimed it was.
Whoa,
This is
wait a
one issue with
minute.
spectacle charity that you'll see is it often
So, Mr. Beast put a video out saying that he cured 1,000 blind people. The fuck, did he give him new eyeballs? He put Android eyeballs in their fucking skull. How the fuck did he do that?
exaggerates reality or distorts reality to fit a certain narrative. So he didn't cure blindness. He sponsored cataract surgeries. There's
Yeah,
another article
okay.
on Kindness for clicks, Mr. Beast and the problem with philanthropy as spectacle. There's like a whole piece on the exploitative content and poverty porn. This is
Bro,
by
I'm so
Nicholas
like left in the
Lasky.
dark.
Yeah, and
This
I'd
is
say
left
there's
field
a
for
lot of
me.
celebrities that I know that donate to existing charities like Habitat for
Bro, hold on.
Humanity.
This dude put out a video that said that he cured 1,000 people of blindness. Nobody had red flags there. Nobody questioned that. Bro's got the cure to fucking blindness. What, in his back pocket? All 1,000 of those people can see legitimately now. Now they're this. Somebody's fibbing.
There's not many that I know that own their own charities. I want to remind everyone
Somebody's
watching
fibbing
that
hard.
a lot of powerful people hide behind the cloak of charity. There's a very interesting article about this.
Oh, fun fact, by the way, I heard Taco Bell, that fundraiser, that foundation fundraiser, they're always preaching to you whenever you get a bag of burritos. actually at the end of the year goes towards their taxes. So it's not going towards college for no students or anybody. Allegations, by the way. It's going towards their taxes. And that's how they pay their taxes. Here in Ohio, at least. I don't know about anywhere else, but that's how we do in Ohio.
Like Weinstein did this, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby. All linked down
Whoa!
below to that
You can't just
article
pull
about
up 3 pieces of shit on the same goddamn screen.
the cloak of charity.
I almost had a heart
Basically, to
attack.
the public, you appear like you're doing a lot of goodwill and good things, and then behind closed doors is a very different story.
The filing also goes into Combs'
Oh, fuck, they're
philanthropic
pulling out
works,
Diddy
including his work
too!
with the Boys and Girls Club of America, his donations to open a charter school in New York, and his work fundraising to get PPE for frontline workers during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Here's a paper published in the International Journal of International Relations about how charity advertisements for Africa have distorted reality in a harmful way, creating this narrative that
What?
Africa, while actually being very large and diverse, it creates the picture in the media where it's all just like poor villages with
Yeah, no, and
technology.
oh, by the way, it's actually not. Yes, there are some villages that are poor in Africa. Yes, there are a lot of starving, and there's real shit happening in Africa. But it's not the entire fucking place. They have cities, they have wealthy cities. And the media does actually fucking frame the entire country or continent or whatever the fuck. I'm not good with countries and continents as poor.
But really the most damning thing against Mr. Beast is that he has faked parts of his philanthropy videos in a way where he's making it look like they did more than they actually did. Here's one where he claimed to build 100 wells, but in multiple shots you see this.
That's a good question there. I gotta piss real fast. It's the fattest piss in my life. Okay. Okay.
Same wells.
This is getting
listed
real.
as different wells. Well 29 and 67 were the same. He also said he built a bunch of wells in Kenya.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What?
He built a bunch of wells in Kenya.
Oh shit. Hold up. Yeah, what's up with this wells thing?
In multiple shots, you see the same wells listed as different wells. Well 29.
Bro, so this guy took pictures of the same wells at different angles. Which, he's still building wells for Africa, I guess.
And 67 were the same. He also said he built a bunch of wells in Kenya, but then showed wells that were clearly built in Zimbabwe. Ro, I'll show you this clip.
Okay.
And I want you to try to find out
Okay.
what's wrong with it.
All right.
A few months ago, at the very top of a 9,000-foot mountain in a remote part of Nepal, this hospital looked like this.
That looks CGI.
Really?
Wait, what?
I love movies. I'm a movie buff. I watch them all the time. And I know when I see CGI, this does not look real.
Yeah, no, I'm actually surprised you caught that. Most people didn't. But if you don't see the CGI at home, I'll point it out. This is the before shot of the hospital. This is the after shot. And then same thing over here. What I noticed
mean,
is
look,
that
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I just don't have the Sharingan. Maybe I just don't have that special Rinnegan. It looks pretty real to me, at least.
Dan Mace, who's the director on Beast Philanthropy, did a behind-the-scenes video for this shoot where they build a hospital in Nepal or whatever.
Started off by getting the opening shots. I like to call these plinky plonk match cuts. These are great for...
Goddamn ads. We're getting into the juice.
This,
Okay.
the building looks very different than in shots like this.
Oh,
And,
wait.
For one example, there's like moss growing here, which is
Yeah, it looks more decrepit.
Yeah, and it's
Oh.
like the concrete's breaking down right here. There's like holes in the roof.
Yeah,
There's,
that
like,
looks
all this
CGI.
foam
But in
crap.
the,
The
real
bottom
shot,
one.
there's no moss.
Yeah.
There's no decrepit.
Right here, you'll notice this pillar, 2 white lines. Right here, same pillar, 2 white lines. But there's a building behind it. So in this opening shot, where Mr. Beast says, "This is what the hospital looked like a month ago," they digitally removed the entire hospital to make it look like they built the hospital.
Like they built the bigger building.
Yeah.
And you know what? There was also a lot of content creators that was defending the fuck out of Mr. Beast. I'm sure we can go back and find a few of them. But there was quite the few, I'm not going to give out names or nothing, that defended the living shit out of him, saying, "Oh, well, he's curing shit, he's solving problems, building, like, he just rebuilds, fucking, yeah. I don't know. This one's a good video."
But they didn't.
Oh my gosh. I also watch the show Property Brothers. I don't know if you're familiar, but they go in to a space.
But to be
and
honest, it's all allegations. And this is the first I've seen of these two. So I don't know if I can trust word of these guys. Maybe they made the videos. Maybe they made those CGI clips and just posted them on here, you know? I don't know.
model it, they make it look amazing. So this is like if they did that.
But I
it was
sound
fake.
delusional
like, move
saying
that
that.
bus, but you open the house and then the family goes in. The house would be fake and it would be CGI and it wouldn't be actually as big of a glow up as I think it is.
Exactly.
Like the viewer thinks it is.
So they CGI'd it, or technically it's generative AI, but you know, same thing.
Wait, CGI.
That's fucked up, bro.
We'll go into
Same
this
to
later.
both computer-generated images.
No, don't go into it later. Go into it right now. Right now, while I still have my voice, go into it. Let's go.
Ubiquitous of the it's the same thing.
We'll discuss it later. Yeah.
But yeah, they did that to make it look all broken down and decrepit, adding all these like all this trash. Like this looks like a PlayStation 2 graphic.
So then the bottom, oh whoops. So then the bottom pictures are like,
yeah, and these pictures were
the
used
CGI
in news
ones.
articles to show that Mr. Beast revitalizes Nepal Hospital.
Yeah. So then are the revitalized shit, like, is that actually real? Did he indeed actually go? I gotta look this up now. You know, the pictures that I'm seeing, the pictures, sorry, they look really toony. I mean, they don't even really look like hospitals, even after he renovates them and shit. Like, he puts this weird fucking toony Mr. Beast look to it, and they look goofy. It looks something like a little bit out of something on Roblox or something. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Bringing vital services to thousands. What they actually did in the video was just install solar panels. They didn't build the hospital, but he made it seem like they did. And the danger with this is like, where do you draw the line?
Right.
Because if you're exaggerating what you're doing as a charity, then you're taking attention and funding away from other charities who might be more honest. Because like, why would I donate to someone who's, you know, raising guide dogs for blind people when Mr. Beast can just apparently cure blindness according to his video? So yeah, and then there's one more example. We can go back to this like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has the cure to blindness in his fucking pocket. I mean, he's killing all the competitors here. And not only that, but possibly using his charity money for gambling. Just saying, it's a little fishy.
Let's see if I can do it.
This secluded town in the middle of nowhere looked like this.
You saw it?
No, I didn't.
Damn.
I missed it, bro.
Real.
I think most people would not catch that on the first one. So for the people who couldn't spot it,
Look at how fake this tank looks.
That's definitely a
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good with like Photoshop shit or whatever, or CGI. I don't know. But I don't believe any of it now. Like Mr. Beast, and the thing is as far as I know, Mr. Beast isn't coming out with any kind of defense to any of this shit. He hasn't said nothing, done anything, or what, right? As far as I know, he hasn't. So you would think if a person that did all of this would at least try to defend themselves, right? Has Mr. Beast said anything? I'm gonna have to look that up now.
Flowers are. I'm sorry. I'm a girl. I know my flowers. Okay. No. No.
So, but I think there is some part of a real building here, but then they just use generative AI or editing or whatever to expand it because it's like there's things. Look at that.
Which, let's be real, if he's putting homes over these children's heads, that's still fucking cool. But I mean, that's like, come on now, that's still awesome. But it's like he's making millions off of his word of charity, but doing the bare minimum for charity. For the money that he's making, he could pull a Tony Stark and like do more for these people. So it's still a little fishy, and it's all allegation. So he could be telling the truth. I don't know.
And then like the building here is like expanding, so it's like they added on the whole back half of the building. The flowers here are like not lining up. You can barely tell that this is faked. So like, how many things like this are they getting away with where they're making it look like they did more than they actually did? Because they say that this is what the town looks like now, and then this is what it looked like before.
Yeah.
And it's just not true.
It's dishonest.
No, it's completely deceptive.
It's dishonest as fuck.
Former Mr. Beast employee who knows of the philanthropy. He says, I was told that the philanthropy side was supposed to be Jimmy's get out of jail free card if he ever got canceled. They wanted Jimmy to win a Nobel Prize within the next few years. And then parts are cut out for privacy. It's all just for clout and social status. I feel like them helping people is literally on the bottom of their to-do list.
Well, we've already established that if these allegations are true, that that casino is at the top of his priority list and busting some nuts in this Bitcoin, which he is #1 ranked in, by the way.
Spoken with several people who have mirrored what this message is saying, and the full story isn't out yet, but it makes you think, it makes you wonder. All right, you guys, that does it for the video. Big thank you to Dog Pack. Thank you.
Damn. I was ill-informed. I was very, very ill-informed. I didn't know about a whole lot of... I didn't know like any of that. Never heard of that. I thought Mr. Beast was just this cool fucking guy. But I guess that's not the case. At least not 100%. We'll see. If I was him, I would be at least saying something. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Seems a little fucking fishy though.